Hey guys, it's Wawas. We're here with American Truck Simulator. We're talking about where's the best first place to buy a garage in the game. And so there are a lot of different garage locations. What we'll do is run through them really quick, where they all are, and then we'll talk about where some of the best locations are. Now, if you only have the base game is California, Nevada, Arizona. New Mexico is an additional DLC. Oregon is an additional DLC. So we'll focus more on the main game, but we'll talk a little bit briefly about these other DLCs and where you might want to put a garage if you have those as well. So in California, there's a handful. There's one in Bakersfield. There's one up in San Francisco. There's one in Fresno. There's one down here in Los Angeles, down here in San Diego. There's one up in, I think I said San Francisco already. Yeah, I think those are all of them up in California. In Nevada, there's a couple. There's one in Las Vegas. There's one up in Elko. There's one over in Reno. And then there's one right down here in Carson City. Over in Arizona, there's only three. There's Flagstaff. There's one in Phoenix. And then there's one in Tucson. And then in Arizona, or excuse me, New Mexico, there are four. There's Albuquerque, there's Las Cruces, Roswell, and Santa Fe. And then in Oregon, there's actually a lot. There's one in Bend, there's one in Eugene, there's one in Salem, there's one in Portland, there's one in Medford, down here by the border, and there's one over in Ontario. And you can see kind of from the map right now, I'm working on a little trek over to Ontario. I don't know why it's taking me the longest route possible, but that's what's going on. So in terms of the location for the best starting garage, I think there's a couple that are really great. So I think Las Vegas, this is where my headquarters is really great. And what you're going to look for when you're purchasing a garage is a couple of things. First, you can see here Las Vegas is nice because you have your garage right here, and then you've got a garage up here that you can repair your truck. You can buy trucks up here. There's a lot of gas around and whatnot. Now, as you upgrade your first garage, you'll be able to expand and get a gas station in your garage. So once you have a large garage, you'll be able to get your own gas station. But I really like Las Vegas because it's centrally located. It's right next to 15, which can take you very quickly into California. It's right next to 93, which can get you to 40, which you can basically go anywhere in the south down there. So Las Vegas, I think, is a good first choice. I have a garage in Bakersfield that I don't love. It is close to the highways. It's right here. But what I find annoying is kind of driving through this down 58 is a very slow speed limit. There's a lot of traffic. To get to 5, it takes a long time. So in general, I would avoid it. San Diego actually has a really great garage location right here off the highway, but it's a little bit more of a drive over to a dealership or a garage. And it's far from everything else. But if you're looking for kind of a easy to get right on the highway, San Diego is actually not a bad choice in terms of that. Actually, most of the ones in Arizona are in good locations. You can see the Phoenix one up here is not in a bad location. I own the garage in Tucson, which is, where is it? Oh, it's right up here. And then there's a dealership down here. There's a couple of garages, a couple of gas stations, whatnot. And then as you kind of expand, again, the main thoroughways right of the game right now are I-40, I-10, 5, and then Las Vegas and sort of Nevada, they're 80 up here is a little bit busier, and then 580 a little bit, but then it's a lot of back roads. So Reno might not be a bad location where you can kind of quickly get into upstate California, but you can see there's not a lot of different places to go. Whereas if you're in a location like Las Vegas, you can pretty much go any direction from Las Vegas and get to it pretty quickly. So that's why I like Las Vegas. That would be my kind of top choice if I were to go back and restart. But I think there are some good locations. I think Phoenix isn't bad. I think Tucson as well isn't bad. It's a little bit kind of far to the south. Albuquerque, if you have the New Mexico expansion is actually not too bad where that is. And then if you go up to Oregon, I just bought the garage in Eugene, and I really like the location of it. It's right off the highway. It's got everything centrally located right here. So I looked at a couple of the garages up here to figure out which of them I wanted to buy, and know that you can fast travel too between garages. So once you buy those garages, you can instantaneously travel. So you can see in the game I have Eugene, I've got Las Vegas, I've got Albuquerque, I've got Tucson, I've got Bakersfield, so I can more or less kind of quick travel almost anywhere in the map that I want to go. So, as you continue throughout the game, we'll talk more about that in future videos about expansion and the business side of things. But in terms of the first location, you want something close to the highway. You want something that you can kind of quickly get to a garage, preferably a dealership as well, in terms of purchasing new vehicles, and then you just want kind of a centrally located location. So for me, Las Vegas kind of fits the bill for all of that. So if you have any thoughts, comments, leave a comment below. Feel free to like and subscribe, and we'll have more American Truck Simulator coming on up. All right, thanks.